Hello everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures, and today we've got Blooded. We were blooded. We've got the Nords blooded. So the Nords are part of Para Bellum's Conquest, the last argument of kings, and they're Nordic Viking raider-inspired army slash faction slash whatever you want to call it, and I just keep getting distracted by this really nice artwork and his very jolly red nose, as either he's been drinking or he's got problem sticking things in his nose. I don't know what the deal is. So here you can see an example of the model, and he just looks really super burly, and I want to say it's because they've got like giant's blood or something, if I remember correctly from the fluff. I really wish they would put out a book of all the fluff. I hate looking at websites to get my fix of lore, but it is what it is. If you haven't tried out any of these resin models from Para Bellum, I gotta say the quality has been great, and I love these little matchbox type boxes because they're great for storing cards for other games, or tokens, or I've been using the Battle Systems plastic clips to store in these because you can fit all of them from a set in there and you're good to go. So anyway, he's got his QR activation card, all that. I want to see the actual model. This is the first I have seen of the Nords in the flesh. Weren't the Nords the guys in the old Rogue Trooper comic from 2000 AD? That's what I keep thinking. I could be wrong. Help me, my British comic fans. Am I right or not? So, no kidding. He's a big dude. He is a burly, buff dude. Beefcake. And my favorite, trying to attempt to glue two hands and a weapon together. Do you have much of a beard? I guess you got a little bit of one. Alright, you have another burly leg with all kinds of straps, and like I said, the detail on their resins has been quite nice. Now, mostly I've built the Spire stuff, and there's a certain kind of elegant simplicity in their design. Obviously, they're made to be that way. The Para Bellum bases, they kind of got that beveled edge to it. A ponytail that we're going to attach, that's his arm, to his head. His head makes more sense. Yes, it does. And then finally his other hand and his sword. His sword is pretty plain. I'm kind of surprised by that. I figured he'd have some big, awesome, decked out Atlantean blade or something fun like that. But no, he's got a pretty straightforward giant. I mean, and it's giant even by his standard. And it's super giant by GW standard. Am I going to bother trying to heat that up? Maybe. So not too many parts here. We're only looking at 5 pieces. That's not too bad. And I'm really kind of curious to see how big he's going to be when he is built. Because just, as always, keep in mind that the Conquest line itself is at a little bit larger scale. So, then again, he is supposed to have those traces of giant's blood, if I remember correctly. And if not, I'm just making it up, but it sounds kind of cool. And then you can just hand wave away the fact that he's like, 1.5 times the size of a regular human. So, whatever. Anyway, let me grab the glue, and we'll put him together, and we'll see how he looks compared to some of the other Conquest stuff we've got laying around here. And voila, here is the Blooded. So I hadn't actually seen him from a good real 360 degree, how his ponytail kind of plays into effect there. And making sure, I would recommend when you put him together, glue the arm on first, and then make sure that the ponytail fits underneath it. I had to bust him apart because I didn't realize that, and it was kind of hard to get him in there. But otherwise, not a real difficult build. The foot just slid right in underneath his belt buckle thingy, face mask, whatever thing there. And let's see, what have we got handy? So here is a regular human from Conquest, and you can see, again, big difference in size. With a Spire drone, a little bit closer in size. You can see him behind his shield there. Obviously, with the brute drones of the Spires, there's going to be a little bit of a difference there. Personally, I'm looking forward to when these guys get their trolls, because I want to say it was the Nords that had the trolls. I like me some trolls and ogres and things like that. Grabbing the Lord Executor. Actually gives him a pretty good run for his money in terms of height, but this dude is just roided out. I mean, he's been pumping iron. So I thought, you know what, it'd be kind of cool to see what he looks like compared to some other embiggened models I've got laying around here. And he definitely is comparable to Wayland the Smith and one of my Latigo boys. And my favoriteest Hammerman of Kador. So he's in good company when it comes to big, huge dudes on the tabletop. He's just impressive. So if you need yourself some kind of Hyborian hero and you're bored with, you know, puny little rising sun, cool mini Viking dudes, I don't think you can go wrong with this from the Nords. And I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of Vikings usually, but I mean, these guys really kind of ran with the aesthetic, and they actually look really cool. And he's just really, really looking like he's going to head to town. I kind of wonder if they're supposed to wear those masks. It looks kind of small for his face, but it would be kind of cool. That is a project I do not wish to undertake, though, trying to carve that off and glue it on his face. So overall, I am impressed again with the quality of the resin. There really wasn't any need for much cleanup. Everything fits together really smoothly. The model itself looks really nice. So if you're not really fond of playing and building with resin, I don't think these are going to be very complicated. You saw the parts aren't tiny. It's really easy to build. And more interestingly is the fact that right after I started filming this, I had this silently slipped to me by one of my children that just showed up here. Oh yeah, a box of Nord plastics just showed up. So we'll do this in another video. I'm quite curious what they're like. So at least for the meantime, I got myself a Raider warband. And definitely a cool model to lead them. I might actually have to go get one of the Thanes or whatever they were called now. I'm pretty impressed. So consider yourselves lucky, Para Bellum, because I'm not a fan of these types of models usually, but you sold me on the aesthetic. So kudos to you. With that said, this is High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.